Alright, welcome back to part 7 of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Still on our way to that flying lesson. Last video was kinda short and had an abrupt ending, but hopefully that doesn't happen this time.
I'm looking forward to this class, aren't you? Let's go in.
Guess the class is right over here. Of course, Ron can't go in without me.
Welcome to second year flying. Although you all apparently learned to fly last year, the apparently is directed at you, Mr. Longbottom. A refresher course is in order. Mr. Potter, would you please come over here so we can run through the
Alright, of course I'm the one that has to go over there so they can run through the basics. It can't just be any student.
Slowly. Good start. Now
Harry Potter is basically the one that has to do anything and everything in this game. Which kinda makes sense, but it's still kind of annoying.
Good. At least you have broom control.
Well, not really. Actually, it would probably be pretty stupid if you didn't really do anything in the classes too.
See the magical rings. Kindly fly through them all for me.
I mean, it would be a pretty stupid game if you just had to go through the classes normally and basically just sat there and listened to lectures and learned things that way. I don't think anybody was even watching that.
You're ready to take this year's flying exam. You have approximately.
And I'm ready to take this year's flying exam, even though it's only the first day. Seems a bit ridiculous to give an exam this early.
Flyers ever managed to complete it.
But I guess that's the way they do things here. It's like I can do the exam now and maybe just get rid of one whole class for the rest of the year. Don't know what I would possibly fill that time slot with, but I guess I could wander around. Basically just 2.5 minutes of flying at this point in the game. Not really too much to talk about. Guess the rings change color as it gets harder. So that's something. Okay, I was worried that was going to be too far of a turn and I would have missed one. Alright, so now they're blue. Got 50 down. I'm not sure how many there are in total. I'm not sure if I've ever completed this or not. And then you got these red rings that like move around. Makes things a little bit more difficult. Guess it would make sense for there to be 100 rings. That's a nice even number. But I think there are more than that now that I think about it. I think I've gotten more than 100 before. But I might just be making that up. Okay, no, there are definitely more than 100. But I got 100 that time.
Congratulations, Mr. Potter. A truly outstanding performance.
Okay, I don't know. I guess there's a ring in the background of this. I don't think there's supposed to be. It's just moving up and down, but I got the highest grade possible in the flying exam on the first day, so I guess that's pretty much all I needed to worry about today, I think. Actually, yeah, I think this is the only class you have today.
It was exhausting, Harry. I'm off to bed.
It's like he's off to bed even though he only got up like an hour ago, if you assume that class took an hour, which it really didn't, and he didn't even do anything. I guess the only way that would make sense is if they did have all of the students do that, but all of the other stuff was just skipped off screen. But it really isn't implied or anything, so I just kind of assume that it doesn't happen. And yeah, that's the only lesson of the day, so we just end the day here. Unless you want to explore, which I don't really want to do right now. I might not do it at all in the playthrough, but we'll see, I guess. Now for the counting of the house points. Slytherin with 90. I think that's how many Gryffindor had too, but Gryffindor is saved for last every time, so... And really, Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff in this game will never whatsoever be in contention, so there's really no point in even counting their points. But the game does it anyway. Guess it would be even more awkward to just skip over them and pretend they don't exist, but... As far as the House Cup running goes, they don't exist. And according to this, you get a grade on your report card based on how many house points your house gets, which makes no sense whatsoever, but we have a C after the first day. And no grade at Quidditch practice yet. Because apparently they grade you at practice. Alright, updated the remember all to show me I have no tasks. So I'll just run downstairs. Usually you get one once you get down there.
Harry, just the person I've been looking for. Something dreadful has happened to Neville. He's got himself trapped behind a tapestry.
I have no idea how Neville manages to get himself trapped behind a tapestry.
That's so kind of you, Harry. He's out here.
I mean, couldn't he just easily push it aside?
Neville? How did you end up back there?
And what makes even less sense is how Neville pretends the tapestry muffles his speech somehow,
Well, can't you get
when
out
it
of the way?
obviously doesn't.
No, I've tried everything. We need a severing charm.
I mean, there's a whole room back there.
And where am I going to find one of those at this time of night?
Pathology Greenhouse 3 in the grounds. Except...
Okay, one point of this is how or why they would keep a severing charm in Herbology Greenhouse 3, and why would Hermione know there's a severing charm in Herbology Greenhouse 3 in the middle of the night?
Go into the library on the second floor and get a copy of Lockhart's book, and then go out into the grounds and find my way into the Herbology Greenhouse to get the severing charm.
Can't we just get a prefect or something to get him out? I mean, they're all awake in the middle of the night anyway. And they probably know what they're doing. Except this one prefect that wanders this area, he's kind of useless. It's completely pointless to have one prefect because students can easily torture them and escape with no problems whatsoever like I'm doing here. And then they just pretend they must have been hearing things naturally, rather than admit they were completely embarrassed by a year 2 student. Alright, gotta stop at the library on the second floor. Can't remember if the library was on the second floor in the other games I've played or not. I doubt it would have been in the first game, but the third one, I'm not sure. Oh god, I'm being attacked by books. Alright, they gave up. Alright, just gotta go through the reading room first, which is one of the first spots that's actually a challenge to get past the prefects. And then you have to get past them on the way back too, because if they catch you, they stick you back in the library, assuming that's where you're supposed to be. Yeah, there are like 3 prefects here right now.
Hey, you!
So close.
Ah, Mr. Potter.
And they take away points from Gryffindor for catching you. And all of the prefects gather to wag their fingers at you. Because that's the best method of punishment they have. It's more efficient than the taking away house points they do anyway. I'm not sure what the timing on this is to get past them. Maybe if I walk behind this guy and make a break for it here. Yeah, that worked. They didn't even see me going in here. Then I guess I gotta try something like that in reverse to get back. Let's see, which one's the right book? You know, I'm not even gonna bother reading most of them. I'm sure the proper book will be indicated somehow. Maybe not, though. Oh wait, yeah, I think it's over... somewhere over here, maybe? Yeah, it's the big glowing one. That's the book I need to read. And then I absorb the knowledge somehow. It's much more efficient than actually reading. So basically you just cast Lupendo on them and pull them out of the ground. Something you could easily figure out without the book, but the game demands you get the book, so we got the book. Now to see if we can sneak past these prefects again. Well, that went surprisingly well. You'd think he would have seen me coming or going through the door there, but apparently not. Unless he did, but he didn't care because prefects aren't allowed to go out of their patrol areas no matter what. So even if they see you leave, they're not allowed to chase after you. That's just one of the rules of being a prefect. You have to stay up all night guarding places, and you're not allowed to do a very good job of it. More prefects guarding the entrance hall. I don't think these ones were too hard to get past, but I guess I'll just watch and see. Yeah, I think you can just run past them here. Then he doesn't notice whatsoever. And even if he did, it would probably be too late and you'd already be out. Outside in the Hogwarts grounds, there are also prefects guarding, so you still have to be careful of that. Especially that guy. I think usually I just go past him and make a break for it, and I usually get seen, but I'm too far away for them to do anything. I don't actually know where all the prefects are around here. I know where that guy is and where he patrols, but that's about it. And I know there are several prefects, but I don't know where the other ones show up. Okay, I didn't get seen by anything, I don't think. Or I didn't get seen by the prefects at least. It's like the music played to indicate I was going to be attacked by those creatures that live here, but none of them actually showed up or attacked, so I'm in the clear. Now to just go get that severing charm.
Can't get in that
Of course,
way.
the actual door to Herbology Greenhouse 3 is locked, so you need to use your amazing knowledge of being able to get rid of these things to crawl into this hole. And over here, you want to steal this card while you're here, because that's just what Harry Potter does. He steals anything he can get his hands on that might be valuable. And now just open up the book and rather than reading it, just absorb all of the knowledge instantly.
With the Kingo Spelling.
And now I have a severing charm. Ow. Okay, I guess I'm being attacked by these plants, but I've got plenty of health to deal with it, so I don't even need to fight back. I'm too good to deal with those plants. Alright, now I have the severing charm. It's off to go save Neville from his problem that makes no sense. Really not the best camera angle for avoiding the prefects here. Oh god, there's one over there. Does he see me?
Hey, you!
Well, he does now. Run into the shadows. Oh god, he's right there. If I would have reacted faster, I could have used a stink pellet to escape, but I didn't know where he was at all, but... Alright, 5 points from Gryffindor. I'll take away points every time you get caught until a certain point. Oh nice, he actually placed me in front of the castle, instead of putting me back at the greenhouse, so I don't have to worry about sneaking past them again. But yeah, like I was saying, they take away points up into a certain point. I think if you get caught like 5 times in the same area, they stop taking away points because they just feel bad for you. Or feel bad for Gryffindor that they're gonna lose like 100 points in one night because Harry Potter's an idiot. I just gotta wait for him to turn and go past the staircase. And there we go. I think I'm pretty much safe now. There's just one more prefect that you have to get past at this point, and he's the one that's completely useless. In fact, I don't even know if that one takes away points from Gryffindor because I haven't seen it. Or because I've never been caught by him, I don't think.
Mr. Potter, what on earth is... Oh, what's happened here?
I don't know. I found him like this.
Follow me, Potter.
Professor, I swear I didn't.
Well, he's in trouble now.
Harry was taken to Professor Dumbledore's office, where he came across the Sorting Hat.
You've been wondering whether I put you in the right house. Yes, well, you were particularly difficult to place. But I stand by what I said before. You would have done well in Slytherin.
And he also discovered
And that
Forks,
Sorting Hat
Professor
just
Dumbledore's
seems to be pretty knowledgeable. It just reads his mind just like that without even being warned by him or anything. Just as soon as he walks in, he instantly knows what he was thinking and stands by his decisions.
And of course, Professor Dumbledore himself.
I know you're not the attacker, Harry, but I must ask you whether there is anything you'd like to tell me.
Come to me. Let me rip you. Let me tear you.
Anything at all?
No, there isn't anything, Professor.
Very well. if you're sure. Good night, Harry.
Night, Professor.
Alright, so we're finally done with that little detour there for a cutscene. I'm sure at this point everybody knows what those voices are supposed to represent, but even so, I'm still not going to spoil it. Now that I've been placed near Professor Dumbledore's office, I need to find my way out from here, and there it is. Back to the staircase. Apparently in this game, Dumbledore's office is on the 3rd floor next to the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom. Not sure how accurate that is to the books or anything. I don't really recall if they mentioned what floor his office was on in them. I haven't read them in a while. I'll have to look that up.
Hey, you!
Wattlebird.
Yeah, that prefect is completely useless. He didn't even figure out where I went after that. It's like I just went around the corner. Alright, now to get him out of here.
Phew. Thanks, Harry.
I really don't get why he pretended that tapestry muffled his voice somehow, or how he got trapped behind it.
All this excitement has worn me out. I think I'll head off to bed.
Hermione! Nearly had this Nick has been attacked, and I'll tell you in the morning.
I guess I get a free card out of it. Free wizard card. And if you wander in here, there's also another free card just lying there. Neville didn't even take it when he was trapped in there, which you'd think would be the first thing you would want to do, considering those wizard cards are important to a wizard's life. Where did Hermione even go when she said she was headed off to bed? There's no other beds in here apart from the 5 that are up there, and there's no other place where the beds could be. Alright. Guess I'll pretty much go down and... Well, actually, I think I can talk to Neville first.
I don't believe you had anything to do with what happened to nearly headless Nick. Then again, I was stuck behind that tapestry all the time.
And Neville doubts my story, apparently, but
Hello, Hermione.
it doesn't matter.
Do you know what lesson we've got first thing?
It's defense against the dark arts, Harry. The Gilderoy Lockhart.
Alright, so... Defense Against the Dark Arts with Gilderoy Lockhart.
I'll meet you
On the 3rd floor,
dark arts class.
near Dumbledore's office. She just takes a few steps away, and as soon as she's almost out of sight, she starts sprinting. That class will be covered in Part 8, I believe, assuming this is the end of Part 7, if I counted properly, so I'll see you the next time.